Who would be the saddest character in Naruto? Who had the biggest cry? Besides the obvious Namida
Sakura.
and Boruto, let's not count her.
Sakura.
When? What scene in particular?
When she's crying for Naruto at the painter.
I would not say that's Sakura's biggest
She's
cry.
crying for Naruto. At her knees praying to our Lord and Savior. Is hoping.
It might be Sasuke.
She cried way harder. The Sasuke retrieval.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah. My guess is currently Sasuke during the massacre.
So I want to ask a follow-up question after, which will be, what do you think was the most impactful cry? But let's start with just the most literal cry first. Konohamaru was crying pretty hard during Hiruzen's funeral. Or actually, you're gonna love this one. In terms of water that was shown, Naruto during the written exam, it's just like there's like in the anime, there's like it's really goofy where it shows like all these tears, like rivers coming out.
Like
that might be like the most tears.
That's like a gag moment, but yeah.
It might be Sasuke when Obito tells him the truth.
Does he even cry there?
Cries it with this like the sunset scene.
That's literally a full novel later.
I don't care.
Well, that novel doesn't exist in the manga.
I was saying I don't care.
At the very least, it's not the same scene. That's the next scene.
Listen, you have to like include like all of his like anger and
okay? Like it was clear enough. Like
it's all one thing.
Nah, bro.
All of it, like all the like his entire reaction, even if it's not all at the same time, like his anger and tears.
Oh god.
Naruto was crying quite a bit actually during the Zabuza talk no jutsu too.
No, I'm saying like impactfulness, not like the most tears, like the most.
Oh, well, if we're moving to impactfulness, my impactful answer is Zabuza. Yeah, my impactful one is Zabuza.
That was gonna be mine. Yes, let's go. That was gonna be mine.
Easily, yeah.
I really don't think so.
Really?
I think that's like that's one of my top saddest scenes. Like seeing Zabuza cry, dude. I love that scene. It's so good.
Yeah. Okay, well, simply Kamui, let me ask you this, since me and Kamui have talked about this privately. What do you think the most impactful sad scene is for you specifically, or I guess for the audience?
Oh, for the audience?
Yeah, so basically my question is, what do you think is the saddest scene in Naruto? All of it.
Oh my god, that's so difficult.
Yeah.
I know what our number one
I can
pick
think
was.
of a few off the top of my head.
It depends. Are you saying like if I watch it right now, like we're rewatching it, knowing everything that already happens, or are we saying
answer it both ways? Answer it both.
Okay, if we're saying like rewatching it, definitely Itachi tapping Sasuke in the forehead for the last time, saying like I'm sorry, and then falling to the
ground.
Well,
if you mean the Edo time, he doesn't touch his forehead there at all. So the last time he touches his forehead would be when he dies. Okay, yeah, I got you.
That's what I'm saying, when he's alive.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I'm sorry. Like, Sasuke doesn't know anything yet.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely most impactful, like, looking back at things. But watching it, I feel like hot take, it might be when Naruto, like, first woke up and realized he failed to save Sasuke. Like, he broke his promise to Sakura. He failed to get Sasuke.
That's a good
just,
one.
Like, broken next to Jiraiya.
Yeah.
Like, he's just absolutely destroyed. For once he actually, like, put his whole heart and soul into something and failed. He promised Sakura. He failed. Almost died because of him.
Man,
and
Kamui.
He failed.
Just hearing him describe that and knowing what we got at the end of Boruto, I'm just sad again.
I know, dude. It's like simply Kamui gets it. He simply gets it. Like
I just simply understand.
Well, we weren't necessarily saying most impactful. We were just saying saddest.
Yeah, the most sad.
I think that's the saddest. Like looking at Naruto just so broken, and then when you like, because before that we see that thought Choji died for that moment. Sasuke gets away. Like so many, like we don't even know if those people are alive or not, and then we just see Naruto broken.
Yeah.
Just looking back at all of that, I think like that all just adds up to like the saddest moment to look at, because it's the first time Naruto's ever actually broken, apart from like when he hears like Iruka like calling him a monster, like maybe then. But, like
he's
other than that, it's like the first time
way.
yeah. This is the first time we've seen like Naruto like actually broken. He doesn't just like immediately. Again, we think like a bunch of good characters like Choji and stuff die.
Okay, there you go. That was our pick for the saddest scene in all of Naruto, Choji's death in part 1. Sasuke retrieval.
I have a few others. Like I definitely want to mention. So Neji's fake death too for me. I've that one, but also scene with Kushina and Minato. They're talking to baby Naruto about the shinobi prohibitions and all that shit. And Kushina's crying and just saying her final words to Naruto, like before they died.
Those are almost more happy, sad
that's a good
moments
one.
because it's the same as like Naruto's birthday speech to Minato.
Nah, bro, that's a sad. Nah, I would call that happy sad. I'm not talking about when Naruto hugs Kushina and she says thank you. I'm talking about when there's the baby Naruto on the little bed and she's stabbed by Kurama and she's crying and
they're just,
saying
like,
her last words.
laying
I'm
the
talking
heart
about
out
that
and
one.
everything.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
sad
that one
because
is
they're
the
dying.
thank you one's
But it's not. That's not why it's sad. It's sad because of what they're saying. Like hypothetically,
what is happy about it?
no. Hypothetically, if Minato and Kushina just didn't say anything, they just sat there and bled out for like 3 minutes on screen, you aren't gonna really care.
That's not true. I love
Yeah,
Minato.
it's because they're
Stop it.
saying these words as they die. It's sad. That's
Yeah,
the scene
it's
we
the
got.
words
That's
that
the
they
point.
say.
No, no.
It's not their death.
Skip over that. If I looked at Minato just hanging for 3 minutes, I would be upset. I love Minato.
Well,
No, I'd be upset that they
because
wasted
Oodie,
2.5 minutes of my time.
Oodie, if Kushina was saying that stuff happily while not dying, it wouldn't be a sad scene if she was just talking to baby Naruto. Like it's all of it together.
That's not
my
true.
Point is the scene we got is
No,
a
you
contender
you
for sad
take
scenes for me.
Kushina's words and you even this. You have those be Kushina's last words to Naruto, but Kushina's not dying in the scene. She just leaves the scene, and in the next scene, she gets stabbed. She doesn't know she's going to be sacrificed yet. She's just saying this to baby Naruto. Yes, it would. She's telling Naruto all the things that she wants her son to do when he grows up. Any mother would do that.
She's trying to say, Oodie, the context of the scene is it's their final words to Naruto before they die.
Bro, that's the context of the scene, but you can take the context of the scene away and it still makes just as much sense. The words themselves. It's a different meaning, but the words themselves make just as much sense.
None of what you're saying matters because I'm saying the scene we got is a contender for saddest scenes for me. The scene we got. That's all that matters. Moving on, Haku's death / Zabuza crying / Naruto's Takujutsu. That's another one for me.
Bro, Haku's death isn't sad. Get out of here with that.
The whole thing.
The whole thing, yes. Haku's death, nothing about that is specifically sad.
Oh my god. I'm not talking about when Haku got stabbed. I'm referring to Zabuza laying on the ground, talking like, oh, I'm gonna see you in freaking hell, whatever. Like,
that's Zabuza's death.
Oh.
Not Haku's death.
Okay, fine. Zabuza crying and Zabuza's death. There. That's
okay, thank you.
I don't think that was sad. I think it was just emotional. It wasn't like sad. It was just definitely emotion. Not necessarily.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Same with the Minato thing. Same with the Kushina death scene. They're emotional, but they're not sad.
No, bro. Yes, they are.
Oh no, you're wrong. Like Jiraiya's death scene is objectively sad, even if I don't care for it. Kakashi's death scene is sad.
Itachi's final moments with Sasuke both times, those I would consider emotional, not sad. Kushina's death, I call that sad.
That's so emotional. Okay, so it's just an emotionless sad scene then, I guess. Okay.
No, it's both emotional and sad.
Not sad, no.
Sad by default is emotional. It is an emotion.
It's slightly sad because Naruto's parents are dying, but that's more of a plot point that we already know happened.
It was a sad scene. I don't.
For hundreds of episodes, you're not just now being sad about it. You've been sad about it for the past 300 episodes that you've known it to be the fact.
It was a sad scene.
It's no more sad here than it is in any scene previously.
The scene was not sad until I saw it. It didn't even exist yet.
The idea is the point.
No, it's the scene itself. It's everything. It's the music.
Okay, and the scene was just as sad before you saw it, okay? If a tree falls in the woods and no one's around to hear it, it still freaking fell.
Okay, but it doesn't mean I'm sad. I don't know about it.
It doesn't. It's not about whether or not you're sad. It's whether about the scene is sad. Like I said, I wasn't sad at Jiraiya's death. I was celebrating at Jiraiya's death. I still acknowledge the fact that it is a sad scene because I know it is objectively.
So is the Kushina one. It's objectively a sad scene.
Yes, because she's dying, but it's always been a sad scene. It's no more sad in this scene than it is the previous scenes.
There's no previous scene of it.
Do we know that Kushina's dead before the scene? It's all scenes where we know Kushina's dead.
The scene didn't exist. Oodie, knowing that Kushina's dead isn't a scene.
It's the scene where you find out Kushina's dead, and every scene that you know Kushina's dead in.
Technically, you don't get that. They don't ever say, "Oh, Kushina, that girl who died." They don't do that. You just see her, and then she tells the story of how she died.
Okay, before you saw Kushina get stabbed, did you think Kushina could be out there? Was that a possibility in your mind?
No.
Yes.
Okay, then how did you know?
Okay, episode 1, when you find out that Naruto's an orphan, I'm not gonna say that was such a sad scene of Kushina's death. The scene of Kushina's death didn't exist yet. There's no scene.
No, you wouldn't say it's such a sad scene. You would say it's sad that Naruto's parents are dead. You would know that based on the scene in episode 1 where it tells you that.
In Naruto.
Okay, it's just as sad that Naruto's parents are dead in episode 1 as it is in the scene where Naruto's parents die. In episode like 320 something or whatever.
Oodie,
It's actually
we're not
like
ranking
290.
sad facts. We're ranking sad scenes.
Dude, are you saying it's less sad because we already know they're dead, so it just waters down the scene where they actually die? Is that
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's a straw man. That's what, you're like 58th?
It's not a straw man. He asked a question.
I don't
didn't
care.
say
This is
that's
the
what
same
you said.
nonsense
He
that you've
asked
two
if
been
that's
doing to
what you
me
said.
all
That's
night. Don't you dare team up with him, Kamui.
I was looking for
You were
clarification.
saying it as a fact, not a question.
I was looking for clarification because y'all have been rambling for the past 10 minutes. So
Oh no, Kamui's been rambling.
Yeah,
I've
Oodie
been
was spitting
addressing
nonsense
his
for 10 minutes.
nonsense.
I agree. No, Oodie, you're just saying bull. Let's check chat. Let's see if anyone's said anything.
Notice how I'm the one
No.
who's happy right
No.
now, Kamui. You're the one who's sad. That
I'm
really
happy
tells you
too.
something. You really sound happy right now.
I'm always happy, no matter how I sound.
Yeah, I'm happy. What do you mean?
Exactly, bro. Have you never been happy at the gym? I bet you probably, you know,
No, you know what? You're just extremely emotional right now is what it is.
in a happy emotion. Yeah. Good thing. That's one of the emotions of the list.
Of the list.